Welcome to the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Oh yeah, we have ghosts in the machine, poltergeists, hackers trying to hack my Facebook account, my primary profile. Had to get out of that, and I haven't even had a chance to adjust the frame of the video because I've been fighting with Restream to get back online. Unbelievable with these friggin' people, I swear to God. But welcome, we made it, we got here, sort of, and seated across from me, along with his sidekick, the ever-famous place kicker named Charles Brown.
Not a good one, but he is famous.
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's all right. And while you're talking, I'm trying to fix my frame because nobody.
I love your frames.
Easy, not my frames, my frame. In other words,
because our frames are similar, I think.
That's because we both wear old people glasses.
No, I found these. I think.
Okay, some of us have found old people glasses. So, there I am. Okay, now the frame is a little framier, and don't worry, I'll adjust it. Matthew, while I'm sitting here stalling and trying to get your frame in the frame.
Yeah.
There we go. Got
you want me to start
there.
Talking?
Well, no, because I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna breaking the fourth wall. It's what we do. Because wow, that was a pretty good quick adjustment too. Hey, welcome.
Wow.
Light? Yeah, light would be good, huh?
Oh, we don't need light.
Yeah, we do. Look, see. Otherwise,
hey,
how can everybody not see our smiling, shining faces? Yeah, man, it's been a morning. It really has. Yes, I'm feeling just like Charlie Brown. Just like,
what do you got, buddy?
The world has been pulling the football away for the last 2 hours now. But
really?
We're here. It's Sunday.
He likes Michael Pittman and over 56.5 yards, by the way. He just told me.
Oh, well, I like him too.
Michael Pittman. Yeah.
So it's the 3 weeks that we have been gone. Fantasy football and my wagering has been a fucking disaster.
You cursed.
Disaster. The upsets, the matchup, the going against matchups, the going against type, the going against this, it didn't matter. Whatever I tried, it was a dumpster fire.
But you know what though?
It was.
We're going to change that today.
Please.
We are going to change
Mr. Wizard
the direction
Help me, Mr. Wizard.
That whatever that was in the first few weeks. I think everybody's been struggling. My other podcast we do, I think one of us is at 53%. The other one, we're all hovering around 50%. It's been hard. It's been brutal. But you know what it is?
I swear I'm smart. I know football.
We also do the over-unders, too, and I'll be honest with you. Over-unders have been terrible. I'm like 42%. So my picks, I'm still hovering around, I think, 55 or 56%.
Yeah, you got to stay away from those over-unders.
Just the pros. College, I'm also terrible, and I don't really watch much college. But anyway, but today's a different game. I got knowledge. I got information. I got stuff that is going to help everybody win money today.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So let's get some.
Well, wait now before you get into all of that. Now I know you're a baseball guy.
Oh boy.
So I need to ask your opinion about the AL and NLCSs now that the matchups are solidified.
Yeah, my Phillies crushed me again. Early exit to the Dodgers. That poor kid Kirkering, the pitcher that came in there and looked like he was throwing the ball with the wrong hand. To the wrong base.
I swear he's a good pitcher.
It's we do this all the time in sports. We like to look at the moment and think that that's the reason for the result. But it's a team game. It's 9 innings they play. There's 27 outs. Our big hitters again went silent in the wrong spots, and the Dodgers just outlasted us. We never got. And what's terrible is their bullpen was terrible all year.
Just terrible.
But they found a couple of guys that got hot at the right time, and again, it was enough. So. They're in. The Tigers, man, Tarek Schoolboy, he had 14 strikeouts in a loss in that game. That game went 15 innings, and Seattle was the victor. So the divisional, it's set now for the pennant, essentially, in both leagues.
Right.
The National League, it's the Milwaukee Brewers, who I think are the most complete team in baseball, going against the most overrated team in baseball, the Dodgers. On the American side, it's Toronto. Obviously, we got past the Yankees going against Seattle.
Told you Toronto was a machine, dude.
To me, what that does on a side note is that solidifies MVP this year for me, and it's clearly going to be Cal Raleigh. So that was the debate between him and Judge on the American League side. And again, recency bias is important. And Seattle's still playing baseball.
Yep.
Raleigh has a couple of more big hits. It's going to be difficult not to make him. And you know what? Without even that, I still think he should have won it, being a catcher and doing what he did.
Oh, yeah.
But that aside, this just will solidify him getting that award. So
yeah, I mean, and he's like 2 or 3 years away from being stuck out in right field because they want him to be able to bat like that for at least 15 years.
Well, they'll put him at first base or DH. With that
First
ass,
base,
he
yeah.
can't play the outfield.
Exactly.
The dumper can't get
There's
out.
a reason why they call him the big dumper.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to run down fly balls.
So what's your prediction for the World Series? Who are the two teams going to be?
I really like the pitching on Seattle's side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Seattle in the American League. And in the National League, I think Milwaukee's the best team in the league overall. Most talented, best pitching, solid. They just don't do anything wrong. They're in the top 5 in chase rate and base running ability and all these different metrics that matter in playoff time. So I like Milwaukee to win overall. Plus, I don't want to see Toronto win a World Series. F Canada. So, F Canada.
I'm going to go the other way. Blue. It's going to be a very blue World Series. Lots of blue. Lots of international travel. There's too many home runs there. Sure, Seattle's got 3 power hitters, but Toronto's got 6, and they're all monsters, and they're all legacy guys. They're all sons of former major leaguers, some of them Hall of Famers. So, and they've got good pitching, especially for, short playoff, formats or World Series formats. So, yeah, I think it's going to be all blue because the Dodgers, you can't count them out because they have Shohei Ohtani. Communist, yes. Communist Japan?
Communist. Yeah,
okay, so back to football.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with anyway?
Well, we got a game right now, Denver and the Jets.
Which they are galumping along.
Yeah, it's not really much to talk about. 10-6.
Okay. Galump.
It's in over there. So, 10-6 Broncos over the Jets. I haven't really got to watch much of it. We saw a little bit of it before, but it's about what I had thought. Denver being a good defensive team, the Jets struggling offensively. And the Jets, I'm playing a little bit of defense, it looks like today. And again, it's 10-6 halftime. So, not much to talk about that game to this point, unless you've got some fantasy pieces, but you're not looking at getting much production from anybody. Knicks is 15-20 for $125 and a score. Pretty efficient, and Ingram's 4 for 30.
You were going to say offensive.
Pretty offensive, yeah. Overall, yeah.
I'm
offended. So, all right, realistically here, let's talk about fantasy football in terms of our season longs and our leagues. I'm probably about right in the middle overall in terms of what I feel about what I did. And maybe we can talk about what we went right, when we went wrong. Maybe look at some of the players and teams right now that we think are going to be better moving forward, maybe not as good moving forward. In terms of prop bets today, I looked at some players and some plus spots that I really want to get to. We want to get to the gambling aspect of this. There's a lot of directions we can go.
We always want to get to the gambling aspect.
Yeah. Basically, the storylines today, I feel like, the important games, and there's a couple important games today, clearly, but there's a lot of injuries. You look across the landscape right now, the quarterbacks themselves. Lamar Jackson's still out today.
Ooh.
Kyler Murray got ruled out today. It's just, a lot of big-name quarterbacks are out, and it makes a difference when you're chasing production. It changes the landscape of what you're chasing. Let's go for some fantasy nuggets today. One of my favorite plays today, if you look at that Dallas-Carolina game, originally there were some weather concerns, I thought, because there were some wind factors and stuff like that. And we always talk
But it's calmed down.
It's come back a bit, okay? I use a site, he judges it by color. Originally it was orange yesterday, caution. Again, wind is the biggest factor I feel in football. Can't throw the ball, can't kick the ball, that's a problem, okay? It's come back a bit. I think they said winds are going to be 15-20 sustained, gust to 30. Again, longer throws maybe, longer field goals may be a problem, but overall, I think the game script is the same. And I'm saying that because I feel like the game script is going to be points, major points in this game. We know Dallas' defense is terrible. Carolina, offensively, they haven't been very good all year consistently, but I feel in the last couple of weeks, you've seen a little bit of improvement.
Don't mistake them picking on the hapless Miami Dolphins as improvement.
Well, those defenses are very comparable between Dallas and Miami in terms of how bad they are. It's true.
They got 2 good linemen.
Yeah,
they got
true.
1 good linebacker and 1 good safety, and that's about it.
Just big disappointments. So Rico Dowdle last week had a huge week. So, segue. I love Javonte Williams on the other side as well. That man's averaging 6 yards a carry this year in that offense. Now, we talked about, pre-show about how good Dak has been. 2 weeks ago, I was talking on the phone with a friend and talking about MVP candidates. And outside of the popular Josh Allen, now that Lamar Jackson's not in the picture any longer, that you're looking at the field, okay? Now, what happens if something happens to Josh Allen? All of a sudden, all these guys that are 40 to 1, 50 to 1, now become 10 to 1, 12 to 1. And my key guy was Dak Prescott. I got it in text. I said, how come nobody's talking about Dak Prescott?
So throw a nickel on that.
He was 50 to 1 2 weeks ago. Guess what he is now?
22 to 1.
He's 30 to 1.
30 to 1.
Okay, so my point is
Throw
that
a nickel on that.
Dak Prescott is playing tremendous football. And this is without CeeDee Lamb. Obviously, they lost another guy. We talked about injuries. But he's just making it happen. 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year, like 68% completion. The offense is going. We banged, Jerry Jones and hiring Schottenheimer and the inexperience, and he wasn't on anybody's coaching list of all kinds. But Dallas has been prepared every effing game.
No, I didn't bang on Schottenheimer. His old man was one of my favorite all-time coaches.
Yeah, it's just coming together really well for them, and they've been prepared. Remember, in that Philly game, going back to week 1, they were a couple of drop passes away from winning that game. And all of a sudden, you're looking at Dallas being first in the division, coming into week 6. Not what happened, but realistically now, Dallas is the better team today. I like Dallas in this game. I like both running backs to get touchdowns today. So that is one of my little kind of hard rock, flex plays that you can throw out there. You want to put them separate, put them in parlay, don't care. I think both running backs today get in the end zone in that game today. So if you got them in your leagues, certainly you're starting either one. But feel good about it because, again, Javonte Williams, 6 yards a carry. Like, is this a rebirth for Javonte Williams in his career?
I don't think. I don't, and I said this before. Okay, everybody who's showing surprise that Javonte Williams was actually a good running back. He came from a team that was in the North Carolina Tar Heels. They had 2 great running backs. They had a really good quarterback in Sam Howell, and 2 great running backs in Michael Carter and Javonte Williams. Okay, trust me, I know, because I saw them 2 years in a row completely house the Miami Hurricanes. I think one time they dropped like 230 yards rushing. That was ridiculous. So when he was with the Broncos, let's remember that when Javonte was with the Broncos, they went through. He was there with them 4 years, and they went through 3 head coaches.
Yeah, it was a constant change in there.
But what we did see was when he was given the ball more than 8 times, 10 times a game, he banged on people, and he busted people down, and he had his biggest games. So nobody used him right until he got to a Schottenheimer.
Yeah, well, there's a clear rebirth.
Schottenheimer, period.
There with him. It's working offensively, but again, their defense is just so bad. So I also expect points in that game with the weather, maybe not being so much of an impact. I think there's a lot of points in that game today. So
where's the NFL features on here? I'm trying to find.
In your Hard Rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get me some NFL MVP.
So that game's interesting to me. This is just, again, maybe lateral in terms of what we were talking about for an individual game, but for quarterbacks this year, some of the guys I'm going to mention to you that when I talk about a Sam Darnold, I talk about a Baker Mayfield, talk about a Daniel Jones, talk about these guys that in their previous lifetimes in the NFL, because the NFL is a series of lifetimes depending on where you are.
Right.
And again, that's because the environment we always talk about is so important in where you land. Coaching certainly is the most important. I feel that the particular way that it goes is it starts with coaching. I think coaching is the most important in football of any of the sports at all the different levels. The offensive line coaching, the running backs, the secondary. I mean, you have to work as a cohesive unit. That's what football is. And then it comes
team within the team.
And then it comes down to talent, which is again having a person that can respond to your coaching, can get better from your coaching, can put your teams in position to win. And then it comes down to execution.
Execution.
The actual play. It's those 3 things. Now, clearly, these players I mentioned, the Baker Mayfields, Daniel Jones, these guys are the best quarterbacks in the league today. Okay, and really, can you say that there's been any, all of a sudden, did they get bigger? Did they get stronger? Did they get faster? Did they read defenses differently? Maybe they got a little more experienced. Maybe they got, things slowed down a bit for them. But the most important thing that's changed for them is the environment, which is the coaching, which we said is the most important thing. And to give you an example like Daniel Jones, Steichen, what he's doing for them, and him in particular, is creating this, we talk about all the time, single reads, simple offenses, put him in plus situations, using his strengths, again, creating open windows to throw the football, just creativity that allows your players to thrive in the right environment.
Right, which makes Anthony Richardson's fall as far as ability to play disconcerting, because I think it's all injury based. Because when he's had extensive time, 3, 4, 5 games, you see him make progress. The only problem is he plays 4 games, and then he has one game where he takes off and running 10, 11, 12 times, and he gets banged up. And then he misses a month.
The knock on Richardson was his accuracy. His accuracy is a big issue with him.
Right.
But when you, again, remember the second part of that 3-part equation.
Well, I'm agreeing, though, is that Steichen puts
Is
quarterbacks in the best spot.
Talent. And
Right.
clearly Daniel Jones is very effing talented, okay?
Listen,
to be able to do what he's doing.
Right. Well, the first 5 years of his career were probably destined to be cursed anyway. Because when he was drafted, the Giants, I believe they drafted him 7th overall, was it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And they passed up on, I forget, 2
right,
other
but it was
quarterbacks
also a bit of a reach. But lurking down there at about 14 or 15 was Adam Gase and the Miami Dolphins. Okay, and that's one place he did not want to be as a rookie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Certainly.
Because that flamed right out after about 6 games.
Well, I mean, Colts are averaging 32.5 points a game. Okay?
Right.
They're second in the league. They're
Right.
390 yards total offense.
Right.
They're like 4th in the league in offense. It's
But
working in Indy.
Right, but what you
Clearly.
said about the environment being important, yeah, is doubly so, triply so. Okay, I mean, you look at the New York Jets. You look at all the quarterbacks that filtered through there and were either mediocre or terrible. Okay, and then they end up somewhere else, and they work with good quarterback coaches and good head coaches, and suddenly they're world beaters and MVP candidates.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's definitely environment.
Yeah, I mean, give you like Sam Darnold I mentioned. Sam Darnold over the last 2 years is like a top 3 quarterback in football.
Sure.
Sam Darnold.
Sure.
Okay, nobody would have
Efficient.
said that.
Efficient.
More than that.
Still a little bit of a choke artist.
Well, I mean, again, if you look at maybe in certain situations prior, but not currently, Sam Darnold has 114.8 passer rating right now. Okay, big physical guy. He makes all the throws, and what's good about what they're doing with him is they're using him under center. And you're seeing a lot of offenses right now, their quarterbacks are not under center. Okay, big advantage when you can put your quarterback under center.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing that with him because he can run that sort of offense.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing about Seattle's offensive line. It's to segue to, again, just that Seattle game, which I like today as well. Mm-hmm. That offensive line's given up 6 sacks all year.
Yep.
Okay, 5 games, 6 sacks. Okay, pretty good. So
keep it 14 clean.
He can stay under center.
Yep.
If you're getting protection. Okay. Jackson Smith and Jigma's been a beast. They've got a running back room with Charbonnet and Walker. So that team is also very similar to Indianapolis in terms of a very talented roster with a quarterback that understands the system, plays within the system, and is just, they're balling both sides. Seattle in the NFC and Indy in the Indy could be undefeated right now technically. So clearly you can see these two teams have a path, the way they're playing, to be contenders, towards the end.
Sure.
I love Indy today. There's some pieces in there from Hard Rock that I like. I like either of the receivers in that game today for their yardage prop.
Pittman and Downs?
Yeah, Pittman went up. I got him at 54.5. He's up to 56.5. And Josh Downs, who's been integral more so in the offense the last few weeks, he's sitting at 36.5 yards.
How many catches? The over-under on catches.
I don't remember his probably, if it's 36, he's probably sitting at 3 catches, 3.5 catches, and the juice to the under or some shit. I don't know. But I like both yardage in that play because Josh Downs can get that 1 catch. But I just think Downs has a day. I think Pittman kind of has a day. I think Colts score points. So I'm leaning some prop bets in that game.
All right. So do you have any other prop nuggets that you'd like to share, or do we want to get to the lineup of games?
We can go to the games, and as we go through the games, I can pick out some pieces. We can do that. So
okay.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of leaving your notebook at home.
Yeah. Well, I've got it all.
So who do we want to start with? So let's start off with the Dolphins and the Chargers.
Yeah, let's pick a few games. Man,
Dolphins home dogs +3.5 at home.
Yeah, 3.5 at home.
Unbelievable.
I picked the Dolphins today only because the Chargers are so banged up. They took Hines off the practice squad to help that running back room. No Hampton. I think that's scary because they're
Miami knows what that's like.
Plus, also too, there's rumors out there that they're looking at Jerome Ford. They were looking at Kamara, even though I don't think the Saints are going to get rid of him, and they were looking at somebody else too. So they're desperate, which tells me the Hampton injury is a little more significant than what they thought, and that's bad news if you're a Hampton owner.
There's so many good running backs out there right now that are either in committee situations or are in situations where they got a young guy behind them, like veterans like Kamara. Yeah. I think that Alvin Kamara in L.A. would be insane.
Yeah, he'd have opportunities for sure.
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
Quinn Johnson's not playing in that game as well. He's one of the key
I know,
factors.
because I benched him this morning.
But the Chargers are really smacked up. So I like the Dolphins in this game, getting the hook and a half, 3.5. I mean, the Dolphins, Waller's supposed to be a bigger part of the offense. You know, A-Chain's a monster out there. Waddle's his chance to shine now. Again, if you give to it time and they can create offensively, they've got chances. They've got skill guys. So I will take the Dolphins today and the 3.5 points. Hopefully they play with some heart on defense.
I'm going to put a little star next to this episode on the YouTube channel. Like, ding! It's the one episode where Matt actually picked the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's true. I like the Dolphins today.
How about let's show a little pride, Dolphins. Let's get out there and pull this thing off, even if it's by a field goal. That 3.5, as far as a home dog is concerned, that's fat and juicy. Okay, we're talking about an indoor team that isn't used to playing outdoors. It's still a little warm today. It's probably going to be about 85 degrees and jungle humidity. Yeah. Okay, people were all excited about 71 degrees this morning. I walked outside. I went, nah. 71 is fine if it's not still 90% humidity. So they're walking into the Chargers are walking into a jungle-y situation. The heat might be a small factor, but home pride. Because I can tell you this: you guys cough this one up to the Chargers, a home game, you cough it up, you're done. The season's over. As it is, it's on the verge right now. But that would be an absolute disaster. I don't think Mike McDaniel would make it to Monday as the head coach.
Oh boy. First coach fired this year?
Yeah.
Wow. Put that on the clock.
Well, put it on.
First coach
I'm
fired.
saying it now.
Oh boy.
Listen. My ass is red along with my shirt, okay? I'm mad and I'm not happy and I want something done. Either win games or go.
Week 6, bye.
Bye.
Okay,
so, next.
Another good game. Patriots-Saints. Good game in the sense fantasy pieces, which I like.
Oh, wait, back up 1 second. You want to take Herbert's passing totals over. His passing yards, I'm sure it's in the 220s.
I haven't looked.
Yeah. Play him over. He's going to light the Dolphins defense. It's going to be a shootout. Take the over and all of that.
Could be because there are no running backs.
Oh yeah, exactly. So go ahead.
Let's talk some Drake May.
Drake May.
I talk about
very bad man.
Mr. Cosell. He breaks down the tape. He gets on Coward once a week.
Smartest man in the NFL.
Gives you about 20 minutes of good notes, and I sit there and I just start writing. Drake May right now, at his level. And again, not experienced quarterback, second-year guy, you see he's playing extremely well, high level. And part of the reason why is because on third downs and on pressure situations, he's an elite quarterback at this spot in his career, which is a rarity, okay, to have a guy to be able to create in those situations under panic. Again, that's what experience does for you. It takes away that panic. But in halfway through year 2, this kid's been unbelievable. And I think that continues. I mean, I just think they got their guy, which is tremendous because, again, like the Packers did, transition from quarterback to quarterback. Again, it's Brady. Mac Jones a little bit didn't sit right, but that could have been a coaching situation. You see Mac Jones playing pretty well now. But now with Drake May and Vrabel, again, the culture's been reestablished. And
right. Well, when Mike Vrabel says he's a big, strong man about his second-year quarterback, and that kind of reminds Drake May that, yes, he is a big, strong man. He has nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, 74%.
And the game has slowed down for him. 74% passing.
Completion
percentage.
Pretty good. 9 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Yikes.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's breaking my heart to see that the Patriots are doing what the Dolphins should have done. But go ahead.
Saints are terrible.
I'm going to be digging on them the whole show.
Yeah. I have Drake May. I think this is a big day for Drake May. They spread the ball around a little bit. You know, they got Bourne, they got Boudet, they got Henry, they got a couple of running backs. Yeah, so he spreads it pretty good. And I just love them today. Now the Saints on the other side, again with Shane Rattler, Is he playing today? He's still their quarterback, right?
He isn't as bad as everybody keeps bagging on.
He chucks it all over the
kid's
effing
a gamer.
field.
Come on.
And I think that'll continue, but I still think New England's better. So give me New England.
The Spencer Rattler disrespect has to stop.
I have an alt line for Drake May at 225 yards. I think the regular line was sitting at like mid 250s, 256, something like that. I bought him down to 225. He does not have a game this year in his 4 starts under 225 passing yards. So anyway, this will be the first. But yeah, so I have him over 225 passing yards as an alt bet.
Nice.
47 like.
Sure.
So all right, another game. We sort of kind of talked about one of the quarterbacks in this game, Sam Darnold. Seahawks and the Jaguars. Man, who are the Jaguars at 4-1 right now? All right. I mean, do we have any faith in Trevor Lawrence at this point? I mean, real faith.
A little bit.
Like enough.
A little bit.
Like if the Jaguars are down,
just a little over here, just a little.
Seattle's a really good football team, right?
Yeah.
As we mentioned,
it's a test game.
If the Jaguars are down, I don't know, a touchdown in the 4th quarter, are you really glad? Are you feeling good about Trevor Lawrence in that spot?
Well, all you have to do is look back at his last game.
Okay. Is that
He's learning.
Is that going to be the norm?
He fell down twice.
Is that going to be the what? Where were the Saints?
Fell on his ass twice against the Chiefs.
Chris Jones
scored the winning touchdown.
He was like, did he fall? Should I get him? Do I get up? No, we're just going to sit here and watch him get up and fall. And it was terrible. Terrible show.
Well, you know what that is? That's part of the new quarterback rules. Because let me tell you what, if this was 5 years ago, Chris Jones would have done a belly flop on him.
And crushed him.
Yeah. Okay, but he flinched. And when he flinched, Sunshine took off running. So
I saw all the NFL is rigged videos with that one.
Good. Good. Go ahead.
Anyway, so Seahawks, a really good team.
That segment brought to you by Reynolds Wrap.
The Jaguars, also 4-1, a really good team right now, at least by their record. I don't know.
Living and dying by takeaways. That's what they're living and dying by. Takeaways.
I think you can get to Jaguars secondary in this game. I looked at some of their numbers, and they're bottom third in terms of yards allowed passing and some of the other metrics.
Yeah, you're going to have success.
So Jackson Smith and Jig was certainly in play today. I think he gets in the end zone. I think there's points in this game too, even though I mentioned Seattle's defense has been playing really well. But I don't know. I don't know. Travel. What do you think about travel? Everybody talks about, West Coast, East Coast. These guys, they fly first class. They're in the best hotels. They don't wait in TSA lines. I mean, does travel really make a difference right now in today's world?
Here's my question. Okay. These guys, these NFL players, also came from mostly Division I schools. Maybe some D2s, some D3s, some talented individuals. Okay, but on the college level, you fly. You pretty much take up the entire back portion of the plane when you bring the whole team, but you fly, you stay in good hotels, you are taken care of. Okay, in the NFL more so. The NFL, you have your own plane.
Yes,
In the NFL, you can gamble and curse and pick your nose and scratch your nuts in the back of the plane and drink and get drunk and act like an asshole in the back of the plane. Okay, and you stay in 5-star hotels and you eat at great restaurants or the food's brought to you. So it's not like you're going on a long, arduous road trip where you're uncomfortable.
You're not on an effing train, okay?
Right.
Try, choo, come on, guys.
And you see some of these players,
some
of these players bring the big walking suitcase that you could actually stash their girlfriend in or whatever. They bring half their house with them, so it's not like they're leaving without their favorite pillow.
Yeah, my point is, I just don't think it makes that.
Yeah,
much
exactly.
Of a
it doesn't make a difference. It
and,
doesn't.
And they're there a few days ahead of time. Now, if there are circumstances where the plane slides off the runway and they're later or whatever, the crazy shit as you get to winter and travel and whatever, I get it. But right now, week 6 in the NFL, where the sun's shining in the entire planet. Travel.
Listen, travel has to do with extreme weather.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about
extreme weather
is the
difference.
I like Seattle. I think they're the better team today. But Jacksonville can make a huge statement in that division if they go to 5-1. So I like Seattle today.
No, give me Jacksonville. I see. I do have. I'll show the handle. Okay, I do have it. Eventually, you're going to get it right. But eventually you're going to get one right. But no, man, I disagree. I think Jacksonville has done a good job of holding court. Their home field advantage is now becoming more obvious. The people of Duval, listen, we've seen it before when Jacksonville was good. they packed that stadium. And it wasn't just Steeler fans coming down on vacation. They packed that stadium. Okay? So, the fan base is engaged. The quality of the team now has matched the coaching staff, I guess. Yeah, because Cohen is the brains behind the operation. He is a true Bruce Arians disciple. He's running that Bruce Arians style offense. There's a lot of Bruce Arians all over him. So,
yeah, and it's working
give
clearly.
me Jacksonville plus the 1 point. Gimme. Home dogs.
You got it. You can have it.
Woof, woof, woof.
We'll do one more and then we'll take a break. You good with that?
Why? We got like a million games.
Oh, we're actually about halfway through. Let's see. One more game I want to illustrate that we can talk about.
What do you got, to pee or something?
No. I'm just,
go.
I'm just trying to give the guys a break.
Okay.
Not the Browns Steelers.
Not the Browns Steelers. Why not?
No, they're so bad. I'm trying to find some pieces.
Steelers win
All right.
13-9.
I've got pieces in this game too.
That would cover, by the way.
Titans and Raiders.
Uh-huh.
Titans and Raiders. Now,
really?
Yeah. Okay. Well, wait. Really? Okay. This is why. Really, when you look at
because you want to get to Jacoby Myers.
well,
go
okay,
ahead.
but no. What I'm saying is that let's throw some strategy in here.
All right. Go ahead.
When you're looking at let's say DK. Okay, this isn't gambling because the lines are set for Vegas,
right.
and it doesn't matter who you like or who you don't like. They'll tell you what you should bet. That's how they make money. But DraftKings is different. You have to find players based on salary and what you think is going to exceed that, value and whatnot. So when you look at a game like this, you're like, Tennessee and the Raiders, gross, blah, go to the next one. If everybody goes that direction, guess what? If you find a piece or two
you're
in that
be
game,
all over that game.
You're golden. Okay, so you got to find it, and I found it. I love it.
So you like Ward?
Here's what I'll say about Tennessee first. The offense, they've been bad. Okay, there's no way around it. They've been bad. They've struggled, and it's a rookie quarterback, and maybe we set expectations too high on these guys. But I will say that he's playing much better over the last couple of weeks, and that's what we like to see over a quarterback's progression is getting better. Okay, so it's working. It's just a process.
I told you 3 weeks ago. I said Ward's not going to be terrible the whole season.
They're not a exceptional roster. Okay, there's a reason why they got him number 1 overall. They were a bad football team last year. And now they're a bad football team with a rookie quarterback, okay, that's going to take a little time to continue to grow and get this team in the right direction. But I think you're seeing it. Now, again, who's the better team to play if you want to get in the right direction offensively? It's the effing Raiders. Okay, their defense has been terrible. So I'm already looking at pieces from Tennessee going, well, who am I going to find somebody on that side?
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley's a guy. I looked at the over-under props in that game through Hard Rock, and Jacoby Myers has 56.5 yards now, I think I mentioned, 54.5 yards. That's the highest one in that game. They don't think another receiver in that game is going to get over 50 yards catching.
Well, now you talked about it, it's going to go up.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that everybody's in a particular direction. Once in a while, you got to go in a different direction. So
when everybody's at.
I like pieces in that game. I like Ridley. I think he could get in the end zone. I love Jacoby Myers. I think that 56.5 yard number, by the way, he's going against the number 2 worst ranked corner in the league, according to PFF, Pro Football Focus. Give me some of that.
He's at 55.5.
Oh, so he's come down.
Take the over.
Go with the over.
Over.
The Raiders have been terrible, but if the one thing Geno can do when he's right is throw the deep ball.
It's just terrible.
So I like pieces in that game, and like I mentioned, I really
Calvin Ridley, 45.5.
It's a low number. I like also I like the tight end today. I threw him in a line.
Michael Mayer?
I like Okonkwo today.
Oh.
I think Okonkwo. I like him. I like the Raiders today.
25.5.
If I was going to pick a side in this game, though, actually, I think I'm going to take Tennessee getting to 3.5 on the road.
I'm just bumming that Brock Bowers isn't playing.
That also is another reason why I think that opens up Myers a little bit more as well.
Myers.
So, Gentry's been improving each week. Obviously, I think they're going to lean on him today. So, I think there's points in this game. I also like the over in that game, by the way, 41.5. I think that it goes over that total.
All right, I'm taking notes.
I like that a lot. You want to keep rolling?
Let's do one more, and then we'll take a quick break.
All right. Boy, we could talk about the Eagles if we want, about that debacle. We didn't mention that game on Thursday night with the Giants.
We've gone through most of the 1 o'clockers with the exception of the Baltimore game.
Yeah, which is kind of gross with Todd Huntley.
Another home dog, though. They're getting 7 points at home.
Huntley is a quarterback today.
So No?
No,
Okay.
Can't get behind it.
I think Baltimore might actually show a little pride and only lose the game by 4 points.
Maybe. I mean, it's the
5
NFL.
points, maybe.
You got to play it.
Okay.
Just some notes about the Eagles game, just to go back, because we
Oh
didn't
my
even talk
God,
about
yeah,
it at all.
Okay, go ahead.
Aren't you worried at all, or no?
No, I'm
Not
not
at all.
worried about the Eagles. Are you kidding?
No, not worried. Let's take a step back. Can't you start to see a pattern? Remember we talked about the Chiefs and their offensive struggles
Right.
over a period of 2 years, where they just offensively just weren't right. And we were able to identify reasons why.
Right.
They have no intermediate passing game, the Chiefs. They still don't.
Yep.
They're one of the worst in the leagues at doing that, okay?
Yep.
It's basically create, and they use Mahomes' reliability to do that in situations.
Right, and-
Who's the leading rusher right now for the Chiefs?
Mahomes.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, hey, I was just a guess.
It's a good guess, and you're right. Why I'm comparing them to the Eagles is because now you're seeing a little bit of a pattern with the Eagles offense, where they were
The
dependent.
league is catching up.
Well, they were dependent upon Barkley last year, and for good reason. I mean, he had an MVP year. But this year, you lose left tackle, the offensive line changes. There's a clear disconnect in the passing game again, because when we look at Jalen Hurts, he also is not a throw between the numbers guy. That's not his game.
Nope.
Okay? The strengths of Jalen Hurts is to not turn the ball over, which he doesn't, which is a tremendous attribute, and to be the grown up in the room. Okay? It's not to necessarily, read defenses and be super creative like a Patrick Mahomes type player. It's outside the numbers, it's strong running game.
Not a
good
lot of
defense.
audibles.
So it's basically, again, athletic ability and strong, smart man in the room is going to put you in positive situations, but they're limited. And there's a disconnect between one of the best players on their team and the strength of their team, which was Barkley in the offensive line. Last year, he was 4 yards before contact. This year, he's 2. Half that. So there's a problem with Philly's offense. And maybe the Giants were in the right spot, and certainly the Giants are ascending right now on Scatterboo and on Dart and Dable and the whole thing. It's working.
Love them.
But I still think that in a couple more weeks, if we don't see more, I don't want to say creativity, but more connections on both sides of the ball, offensively running the ball and passing the ball with the Eagles, it's going to be a problem for them.
Okay. Now, Chris Canty, he's on Unsportsmanlike, and he shows up on First Take every once in a while. Chris Canty's a pretty astute dude, okay? Former player, borderline Hall of Fame career, borderline. Chris said this: there's nothing different about the Philadelphia offense. Nothing. They're running the same exact offense they ran last year, that Kellen Moore ran. Same offense. They're running the same plays in the same situations. What has changed is teams have decided we're going to focus and key on Saquon Barkley. Period. 3rd and long, still got 8 in the box. Why? Barkley's in the game. Period. Even if it's a safety, got 8 in the box. They are not letting Barkley breathe. Period. Okay? Because one thing that the Eagles, some of the big gainers by the Eagles, by Saquon Barkley last year, and I would have to say it's probably about 500 or 600 yards total, draw plays, inside handoffs, where they're lined up wide, 2 tight ends in the slots. It's a pass formation. Handoff. They run Barkley in those situations because they ran teams out of 8 in the box. Now teams are like 8, 9 in the box. Why? 26. 26 is right there, 8 and 9 in the box. And they're not coming off it. They'll run man on you. They'll run man on you on your outside, on your slot guys. They don't care. The linebacker against who's the slot guy or the tight end, Goddard. They don't care.
A huge game last week. They should have cared.
Right, and that's why Goddard's going off.
Yeah,
okay, Goddard's going off because teams DGAF. 26 is in the game. We're putting 8 and 9 in the box. Oh, we got 3 wide receivers, 4 wide. We don't care. 26 is in the game.
Well, that lends to even more so what I'm saying. Is because they're not afraid of Jalen Hurts beating and throwing the football.
Exactly.
And that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay, so
and A.J. Brown has figured it out more so than anybody else.
When your best player in any game gets 9 targets and catches 1 pass for 9 yards, that is, red flag. I don't even know what would be more synonymous than that.
And it's a simple matter of the league adjusted
That ain't happening to
And-
Puka Nacua.
Yeah, all these defensive coordinators are like, I would rather die with Saquon Barkley only gaining 45 yards on 15 carries. I'll die on that hill. Why? Because I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to beat us. Now, he may beat you. He may connect long with Brown. He may connect long with Smith. You know,
They ain't worried about it.
They may score more points, but guess what? They're not going to let Saquon Barkley run wild.
Well, they have that liberty because they're not afraid of the passing game.
Yeah, and of course, head coaches are signing off on it because it's just like how many
Justin Jefferson
embarrassing
wouldn't have.
games did Saquon Barkley embarrassed the NFL last year? Embarrassed them, including his little backwards, leapfrog thingy. He embarrassed the NFL. Okay, so everybody else is like, okay, you're not running for 2,000 yards. You're not even going to get close. Okay, you're not going to catch 80 balls. No, you're just not. We're not going to let you. So now you got to get past that. Anything else about the Philadelphia Eagles? The defense is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, again, but they've even seemed to have taken a step back. They didn't look very good in that game against Scat. Nobody wanted to tackle Scat.
Yeah, they're a little banged
Well,
up.
no, Jalen Carter. I mean, I get it. Whatever. He hasn't been fully
Right.
healthy all year, and that's a big difference.
But Davis has got to be able to take up that slack. I mean, they've got monsters in that front seven.
Yeah.
But you got to listen. You got to give a little credit to the New York Giants offensive line because they've gotten better. They've gotten bigger. They've gotten badder. They've gotten better. They're all high on that Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo energy, and that's great. Woo! That's awesome. I love it. I love it to death. But we're going to see. Reality may come back and smack them in the face. And next next week or the week after? They play again really soon. So we'll see. We gonna see.
We gonna see.
We gonna take a break.
Yeah, we're 45 minutes in. You want to take a little quick?
Sure. Take a quick break and come right back. More Gonzo Radio Sports Desk after this. Woof woof.
Of the sea, back to the block, Snoop Doggy Dogg, funky at the doc went solo on that ass, but it's still the same. Long Beach is the spot where I serve my cane. Follow me, but don't lose your grip. 9 trizzies, the years there for me to fuck up shit. So I ain't holding nothing back, and motherfucker, I got 5 on the 20 sack. It's like that, and as a matter of fact, cause I never hesitate to put a nigga on his back.
Yeah, so keep out the manuscript. You see that it's a must we drop gangsta
What's my motherfucking
shit.
name? Yeah. It's the bound to the wild, creeping and crawling, Yiggy yes yo, and Snoop Doggy Dogg in the motherfucking house like every day. Dropping shit with my nigga Mr. Dr. Dre. Like I said, niggas can't fuck with this. And niggas can't fuck with that shit that I drop, cause you know it don't stop. Mr. 187 on the motherfucking top. Tick-tock, now with a Glock, just some nuts in the cock. Robbing motherfuckers, then I kill them blood cops. And I step through the fog and I creep through the small. Cause I'm Snoop Doggy, Doggy, Doggy.
VIP. Hey, welcome back to the Gonzo Radio Sports Desk. Just singing a little Bad Bunny, getting ready for the Super Bowl. Because, we know Matt's a huge fan, right?
Of what? Bad Bunny?
Yeah, huge.
Can I tell you a bunny story real quick?
A funny bunny story?
Man, well, it worked out for the bunny. But I was in Sebastian this weekend, driving around a lot of whatever, doing a bunch of different stuff. And 2 different times, 2 different days, same effing bunny. As I'm driving down the back road, he cut across my car, almost in the same spot.
Suicidal rabbit?
Twice.
Huh?
Not once, twice. First time he went up with the
Kamikaze
middle finger.
bunny.
First time was the middle finger as he went by, and
Yeah.
because I had to brake and swerve a little bit. And he was like, hi. And the second time, he just, again, next day, 24 hours later, almost to the dot, driving by, cuts across my car, same spot. 2 days, 2 bunnies. Now, I did a little research on the if you believe in that kind of stuff, symbolism behind the duality of having two bunnies cross your path at the same time.
Oh my
yeah,
God!
next show.
No, I want to hear it.
No,
now.
it's just the fact that crossroads in life, duality, make a decision, choose a path, and that was the whole thing. So I don't know what I'm doing. I came here. So,
But he wasn't singing in Spanish.
no, he wasn't.
Okay.
He wasn't. He was not singing.
Well, thank God for that.
And he wasn't in a race with a turtle. So,
There you go.
you know,
Well, maybe he was. He
from
was
what
just
I
stopping
can
and being
see.
cocky about it.
Well, I would have ran the turtle over. I would have helped him win. So,
Savage. Absolutely savage. All right, well, we're back. Let's get into the sports.
Yeah.
Some actual sports.
Couple of games, big ones left to be talked about.
Okay.
49ers Bucks. I just got the injury report. It overheated my phone. Everybody's hurt.
Bodies everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start with San Francisco side. We already know most of the injuries. You know Purdy's not playing. Ricky Pearsall also not playing.
Boo.
Let's see. There's another.
God, I
one.
had such high hopes for that kid.
He just can't stay on the field. It's gross. Let me see. There's one more. Okay, San Francisco injuries. Kendrick Bourne is playing. He was a full participant. He was questionable for a while. They're missing a tackle. They're missing a defensive end. We mentioned, let's see, Upton Stout. The cornerback is questionable. Jordan Watkins, other wide receiver, he's out. Whatever. Tampa side still, same thing. Mike Evans out. Chris Godwin out. Bucky Irving out. Wait a minute. They want me to hold the place kicker? They need me to long snap. I'll be heading out on a plane after the show.
How about that snapper?
Yeah, at both sides. Tremendous amount of injuries. Man, really tough here. That being said,
Bucks.
you think so?
Yeah.
We talked about Baker and just how good he's been this year and the last 2 years and how he just fits in that team. Mac Jones played well on the other side too. He was questionable also too, but he's playing today.
Well, listen, how bad was Bill Belichick and Mac Jones's first 2 years of development? He had Mac Jones and Bourne. Okay, he had that battery. That battery went off like a bomb last week.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everybody, listen. Everybody's howling about how Belichick's this great coach, and sure, he's a great coach, but he's not a miracle worker. And I think it's highly ironic that guys that he's worked with, especially earlier in their career, they've gone on to work elsewhere, and they've worked out pretty well.
With San Francisco, it's tremendous still. We talked about it last week, the usage for Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
I had said, there were a few guys.
He's going to be dead by week 10.
There were two
Dead.
guys that I said
Not even hurt.
to avoid this year. Okay?
I'm sorry.
I said,
Rest in peace.
based on injury concerns, I said avoid Puka Nacua. Boy, that's not working out very well. He's leading the league in targets. And avoid Christian McCaffrey, who, by the way, he's only sitting at 52 targets in the passing game through the first 5 weeks.
He'll get the hang of it eventually.
The usage is off the chain. You have to ride it as long as you can.
Of course.
If you got those guys, you're happy you do. Because they're 1 and 2 in scoring this year in fantasy. Both those guys have been tremendous. So,
Fucking ridiculous.
But anyway, so back to the game. You like Tampa because of Baker. For some
they
reason,
are never out of it with Baker Mayfield.
I don't know why I like San Fran in this game, but I do. I think I'm going to take. And again, it's 3.5. They're giving you the extra half a point. Tampa really hasn't beaten anybody this year badly.
What have they been beating everybody by? By a field
I know.
goal.
All their games have been close.
The hook is good.
It's been on get on my back on Baker Mayfield. I'll win you by a field. Yeah. So I'm going to take the road team here. Again, I'm worried about the whole travel bullshit stuff. So I'll take the 3.5 points, and I'm going to take the Niners on the road in this spot.
That's the hook for you. That's the hook for you. And guess what?
Yeah.
I'm not getting out the broom. I'm going to say they're going to win it by 4
That's a good one.
in regulation.
I don't have any fantasy pieces in that game, but I wouldn't blame you if you were playing the McCaffreys, although you're going to pay a ton.
I'm playing in the Motley Crue League. I'm playing against the battery of the Buccaneers. I'm playing against Baker and Egbuka. So, yeah, I'm going into it with a blindfold and a cigarette and going, here we go. I'm going to get destroyed just by these guys.
Egbuka's got 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, those two guys are going to score like 80 points.
Tremendous.
So hopefully the rest of his team tanks and I score 140 again.
Big total in that game, too, 46.5. It's up there.
Take the over.
All right, this game right here to me has got to be the best game of the weekend.
What?
At least the two teams, Lions and Chiefs. Are you buying the Chiefs after last week? in terms of, or maybe I should say this: were you not on the Chiefs, or have you fallen off the Chiefs going into last week, and then maybe changed your mind?
I'm not on the Chiefs. I'm not on the Chiefs because nothing has been done to correct the running game. Okay, nothing has been done. Nothing. I mean, they tried to run it. I think they ran it 4 more times. They had 4 more carries in this last game than they did in the game before. Ooh, listen.
They didn't rush for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Andy Reid needs to make the move. We were talking about this pre-show. He needs to go get a running back. He needs to go get a guy who can do everything. Okay, do I think that Pacheco can't do everything? Yes, he can. Why they don't use him, I don't know.
This is year 3 now, Pacheco. And
right.
We're all waiting for something.
And what, they don't trust him? They're afraid he's going to get hurt?
Year 3, I don't know. It hasn't really been what we had hoped it would be.
Right. So go to the New Orleans Saints and make the move. Alvin Kamara.
They'd have to give up a lot.
I don't think they would.
They're not wanting to.
Kamara's in year 9 now.
That's all they have, though. I mean,
third
I get
round
it.
Draft choice.
Maybe I'm not sure what he would return.
Third and a 5th.
But according to the Saints, and
you want to get back on track towards another Super Bowl appearance?
Yeah, I had heard this driving in actually about those couple of teams. They were also looking at Jerome Ford, some other players. This is the Chargers. The Chargers.
Forget Jerome Ford.
The Chargers were interested in a couple of these players, and the Saints had said that they're not willing to move Alvin Kamara. So. But again, that could be banter.
They're dumb.
Well, no, what that does actually is say, no, well, then you got to give me a little bit more for him because I'm not willing to get rid of him. So
sometimes you play your cards so close to the vest, people call your bluff.
Maybe
so
it can happen. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, so Lions and Chiefs. Some notes on the Lions here.
Lions.
Like we talked about the opposite of being able to throw between the numbers. We
Lions.
talked about Jalen Hurts' inefficiency to do so because he doesn't do it. Well, Jared Goff is the best pocket passer. And spot where I may have been wrong was I was concerned about the fact of losing both coordinators coming into the season. And I mean knowing that Mr. Kneecaps isn't an X and O's guy, that's not his strength, but he got a couple of guys in the building right now, at least offensively, that seem like they're in a good spot. It's still Montgomery, it's still Gibbs, it's still Amon-Ra St. Brown. Laporta, again, is super talented, but I don't want to say he's an afterthought, but he's a solid weapon that they can go to. The Lions are a good football team.
It's all about their defense, and they've had a few injuries here in the last couple of weeks, but hopefully they don't get hit with the injury bug like they got hit last year. I think last year the injury bug is what kept them out of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Now
it's as simple as that. They lost 5 starters, including Hutchinson.
The tape on the Chiefs' offense is like we talked about. The
no
fact that there's
passing between the numbers.
Yeah, there's no creativity. There's no semblance in that offensive consistency. And that's been the case now for a few years.
It's a shocker because they have Juju Smith-Schuster, who is one of the best middle route running, big wide receiver, medium size. I would call him medium size, but I mean he's been a ballsy wide receiver his whole career. Okay, why they don't throw him? Cross routes, drag routes, turnarounds in the middle. He runs a 6-yard turnaround, and then he grabs the ball and he turns around and he falls down for 2 more yards. That's 8 yards. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're trying to get too fancy.
Well, they're not running the ball like we said. So there's problems with Kansas City's offense. They're stagnant.
And as brilliant as Mahomes is, the rest of the league has caught on to his shit.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, he's still having a phenomenal year.
Sure.
And it's all based on him running. And it's Mahomes. Mahomes is an MVP.
But desperation yards do not make for winning programs.
It's tough. It's tough to every week put it on your shoulders.
No.
And when you go against a team like Detroit, who's super talented, it's a very tough ask. So I'm on Detroit in this spot. It's 2.5. It doesn't matter. Just give me the points. I'll take Detroit. 51.5. These late window games have been just great games to watch. So I think there's points in this game too. So over too if you're betting on that side. St. Brown 6 touchdowns this year. Gibbs 4 touchdowns. I know Montgomery probably has 4 touchdowns. I think 3 or 4 touchdowns. Offensive.
I think you got those last week in Cincinnati.
Yeah. So the Lions are legit. Here is a little narrative from last week that I forgot to mention. David Montgomery has a mentally challenged sister, and the last week was the first game that she had ever gotten to attend.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
All the feels.
And there you go. He got in the end zone how many times? So Yeah, so that was a lock. Anyway, I mean that pretty much hits the slate. If you want to go over, well, it's 12 o'clock, but some of these interesting prop bets and sides that were
Yeah, give us a couple of prop tidbits, and then let's break for lunch.
Yeah, and the reason why I'll tell you these is because these 10, 11 leggers, I'm good for going like 9-2. So just take them all and take them individually, and you'll turn a profit. So
Divvy them up into fours.
oh, you'll definitely turn a profit. So let's take a look at some of the ones I've got rocking right now. Drake May.
I'll place one right now.
Drake May, again, I like to go at, first of all, Vegas. All these guys are so good at what they do when they set these lines. And you're
Right.
watching games, and the total's at 57, and it's 34-23 with a minute left, and you're scraping.
And
I
every
like-
time you say, no way, that
Yeah.
can't be, and
Yeah.
it is exactly.
When I put these multi-leg parlays together, I like to use the alternate lines. Okay, I like to just say, okay, they're going to get it right, so it really doesn't matter if I take a few points either side, right? Because I should be good.
Right.
So I'll use a tendency and I'll use an alt line, and that's the direction I'll go. So, example, Drake May today, I believe his passing yardage total was at like 261 yards or something like that. Well, I alternated him down to 225.
Well, hang on. Let's take a look here. Okay, passing yardage, Drake May, 231.5.
That's pretty low.
That's pretty low.
It is pretty low. Well, I have an alternate line at 224.5. Okay, so I bought him up, and he's only at minus 155. The difference in those 12 to 15 yards, here's where it is. He does not have a game this year where he's thrown for under 225 yards. So I used that as my marker. You know, I mean, game script, things can happen. I feel pretty good about that if it hasn't happened yet.
So do you think 231.5 would go over?
I like him today a lot. But
Okay.
again, using my philosophy, I backed it up.
I am building one just for you here live on the air. So
Love
go
it.
ahead.
Rico Dowdle gets in the end zone today against the Dallas Cowboys.
Rico Suave.
He is the rage right now for running backs, and that'll continue
So you
against.
say anytime touchdown for the Rico.
I love him.
Rico Suave.
Now-
Did you also say Javonte Williams is going to score?
I do have him also scoring a touchdown in that
Okay.
game as
Oh,
well.
while I'm here.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, I didn't get to him yet. And then I'm going to give you two more.
Oh, two more. It's going to be a 5-leg.
It's going to be in different games. Now, this is the one I really like today. Again, it's under the radar play, but I've had a man crush on this guy coming into the year, and I think
Who?
Josh Downs from
Are you
Indianapolis.
serious?
Give me an anytime touchdown for Josh Downs
Oh
today.
my God.
That's gonna blow that number up quite a bit there, buddy.
Yeah, because nobody expects it. Anytime touchdown by Josh Downs.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. He's not even on the main board. Hang on. Let's see. Ooh. Plus 225.
I got him at plus 260.
Yikes.
How about that? That means there's some smart people that are looking at Josh Downs. I like that.
So who's the fifth one?
Jacoby Myers, over 55.5 yards.
Jacoby.
Now, hopefully, you're going to tell me it's higher. You're going to tell me the money's coming in, and they're pushing that line up to 57.5 yards.
So you said receiving yards, 55.5.
No, it stayed the same. Okay, that's what I got, 55.5.
So take the over.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I got.
So there you have this is your rock solid lock. Ooh, and I'm going to get a profit boost on that too. Okay.
30%. Let's
so
go.
we're looking at anytime touchdowns for Rico Dowdle and Javonte Williams.
Money in the bank.
We're looking at over 231.5 for Drake May. You said 225 is a lock.
Yep.
Then Josh Downs anytime touchdown,
That's the money maker.
and Jacoby Myers 55.5 receiving yards over. And then my profit boost, which would be 30%. Well, let's see what it's like before the 30%.
Well, don't tell me. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Was that 5 legs you got in there?
Yeah.
How much you bet? 10?
Why not?
Okay. $10 will get you back probably around 3 and something.
320. 3 what?
325-ish, somewhere in that range. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with the bonus.
Oh, well, minus the profit boost, of course. I don't know what your profit boost is.
With the profit boost, which would be 30%.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, that would be 380
Nice.
for $10. Hang
Nice.
on. Well, it's lost context there. 388
With the
for
30%.
with the 30%.
Well, I said 300 without the 30%.
What do you want, a cookie?
I'm just saying, I knew what it was in my mind. That's pretty good.
But I'm a cheap bastard, so I'm only gonna bet $5.
Do it. It's still a good return.
Oh wait, I have to accept some changes.
Uh-oh.
What changes? Ooh, Josh Downs.
You go back up?
up to 225 plus 225.
I got him at 260.
Sure, I'll accept the changes.
Oh yeah, you will.
Hell yeah.
Now you're making $400.
$193.99, so $1.94 on a $5 bet.
Put that in the bank.
Yeah, okay. Well, I certainly hope so.
Steak instead of hamburger.
So
for
there you have it, folks.
Lock and load.
There you have it. Hopefully you were taking notes.
That's a good show.
We're going to go do a whole bunch of other degenerate gambling, and everybody, good luck today. You know, your buddy Gonzo's got to have everybody win. Dolphins got to win. Both my fantasy teams got to win. My parlay's got to win. Everybody's got to win. I gotta have it. I've been on a 3-game, just.
Oh, the Jets took the lead 11-10.
Boost.
How?
How late is it? How late is the game? It's
Fourth
gotta
quarter,
be
11 minutes.
11 minutes go.
11 to
11
10.
minutes to go. Lutz, get in there, Lutz. We need you. Put your uniform on. Get your suit on. All right. Well, then let's go catch the end of this game, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. Not next week.
3 field goals and a safety the Jets have right now.
I hate the Jets.
That's their offense.
God, I hate the Jets.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Good luck. Knock 'em dead. Thanks for watching. Gonzo Radio Sports Desk is out.